Hey guys, welcome back to Stinson Farms. Hey, I'm here today working on my little John Deere grain drill. It's a model 8250, and what we're doing is setting this thing up to plant soybeans with this spring. So I'm going to kind of customize it in a way a little different than what it came factory, and I'll show you what I got on my mind. And this will be probably a couple different videos on this because I'll just be able to work on it from time to time, but I'll show you what I got on my mind, and then I've got a couple of questions. If anybody out there's got the answers to them, give me a little advice. I've never used a grain drill to plant soybeans before. We always used a planter, but I don't have the grain meter or the soybean meters for my 7000 planter. So we're going to use this grain drill. So what I've got on my mind is, first of all, it's a 14-row unit. I'm going to set this thing up on 15-inch rows and make it a 7-row unit. So and we'll stop up over the hole on the drop boxes there to keep them from feeding out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove the units that we're not using, the disc openers that we're not going to be using, instead of leaving them on the planter. I want to remove those and just get them out of the way. It's a single disc opener, which I know is not the best setup for soybeans, but I also know plant behind corn, if you got a lot of vegetation in your field or old corn stalks or whatever, with your spacing as close together, and this was originally set up on 7 inches, it could drag up and cause you a problem. So I'm just going to move these and get them out of the way. They're real quick and easy to take off. You just take these bolts out here that holds the pivot end on. Take this U-bolt here off of this rod. And then, of course, you'll have to disconnect your boot from your where it comes down, where it drops your seed. But we'll get those disconnected and completely out of the way. This has got the grass seed box on it as well. I'm going to remove this chain so that won't, those parts won't have to be turning and working while we're planting beans. I'm also just going to go ahead and pull these hoses off real quickly, just to make things less congested and be able to see a little bit better. So I do have a couple of questions, because not being familiar with these machines too much, I've never used one, is the speed, and I've ordered a manual for it. I haven't got it yet. I noticed right here on the drive shaft you got the big sprocket, up here you got the smaller sprocket. I don't know if that's ideal setup for soybeans, or if I need to put it on the small sprocket and the big sprocket. Some of you guys out there that use these units before to plant, let me know what you think and what's the best way to set it up. The next thing, and I'm really showing my ignorance here, and like I said, I'm not familiar with these machines at all, is this box right here. I know the drive chain is over here on the side. It's ground driven off the wheel. I don't know exactly what this box does, and I don't know what these rods are. While it was in gear, I could pull these in and out. While it's out of gear now, you can't move them. I'm sure there's plenty of y'all out there that knows how that works. If you could, just let me know. Okay, the next thing is, this does not have closing wheels, and it is a single disc opener. I know that's not the best. I know that's not the best for planting beans, but it's what I've got. I want to try to make this one work. So what I do have are the chains. They're up here in the box. I do have the chains that drag behind it to cover up the rows. So what I'm wondering is, are those chains sufficient to cover up beans, or do I need to pull like a cultipacker or something behind it? That's what I'm really needing to know. I'm not that worried about getting the depth set. I'm going to work the ground up, so the ground's going to be worked. It's not going to be no-tilling. It's not a no-till unit anyway. But I think I can get them in the ground where they need to be. Just wonder if those chains are sufficient to cover it up, or if I need to pull a cultipator behind it. All right, I'm halfway. Well, I'm to the middle. Started on this side over here. These, I've removed every other row unit, and these here are set on 15-inch rows, and took all the hoses off from the grass box, and that makes it look a little cleaner, be able to see everything a little bit better. Got the chain off of it that drives the shaft on it, and I think it's going to work out good. Well, guys, I'm going to keep working on this, try to get this knocked out and all this set up on this other side. But like I said in the beginning of the video, if y'all have got any advice or any ideas of how the best way to use these units for beans, with not having a closing wheels, is the chain sufficient? Should I run a cultipator behind it? You know, if you know anything about the John Deere 8250 in general, that you can tell me any kind of hints or tricks or anything to it, what kind of machine it is, if it's reliable, if it's good. But it's what I've got, and it's what I'm going to use. I just want to get it set up the best that I can. But I'll be back with some more videos on it as we progress into the spring, as I get it ready to go. But guys, I thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.